Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. We may now be seated. To formally begin our program and to provide further information on the NLEX Connector Road, may we call on NLEX President and General Manager, Mr. J. Luigi L. Bautista, for his welcome remarks and project briefing, to be followed by an audiovisual presentation on the project.
Good morning. His Excellency President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., distinguished guests, welcome to the inauguration of the NLEX Connector Caloocan to España section. Today marks a new chapter in our history as we open the first section of NLEX Connector, an infrastructure project that transforms the landscape of Metro Manila and celebrates the best of the Filipino spirit. Completing the NLEX Connector reminds me of the qualities that set Filipinos apart, one of which is being indomitable. We rise amidst the hardest trials and most demanding challenges. As most of you know, the construction of this expressway started in the middle of the pandemic, along with the lockdowns, social distancing practices, and economic losses. There were many setbacks, but we remained hopeful and implemented the project with courage, grit, and agility. Constructed in partnership with the DPWH, the NLEX Connector is a showcase of Filipino engineering capability and ingenuity. Our technical skills, resourcefulness, and innovative spirit helped us construct this road at par with world-class standards. We are in awe of how the complex design of the Caloocan interchange came to life, of how some portions of the road crossed over the top of Blumentritt Station of LRT1 and Dimasalang Bridge, and of how it was safely and efficiently constructed despite being in a live traffic environment. Truly an iconic structure that exemplifies the expertise of NLEX and our contractor, DMCI. Thus, we can say with confidence, iba talaga ang Pinoy. The time-honored value of malasakit can also be seen in this structure. We at Metro Pacific Tollway see to it that we build sustainable infrastructure for future generations, ensuring that we will leave our planet better than it is today. We are likewise undertaking the renewal and redevelopment of Magsaysay Interchange and transforming this depressed urban area to improve the local road network and help motorists get to their destinations easily. Of course, the NLEX Connector would not have been completed without our government partners. The mutually supportive partnership between the public and private sectors is truly a bayanihan effort for nation building. We work hand in hand with DPWH to conquer the biggest hurdle of acquiring the right-of-way in an urban setting to build this game-changing road. Indeed, the NLEX Connector is a masterpiece that shines a light on the community spirit that brings everyone together to achieve greater things. And from the infrastructure name itself, it is our hope that it will continue to champion the Filipino spirit by enabling meaningful connections. Muli, maraming salamat po at magandang umaga sa lahat.
With its unparalleled experience in infrastructure development, NLEX Corporation continues to build for the future of the Filipino people. By building modern and far-reaching road networks, we aim to expand mobility and connect communities across the region. under the economic banner of the current administration's infrastructure program and in partnership with the Department of Public Works and Highways, we proudly present the NLEX Connector Project. The NLEX Connector Project is a 23.3 billion innovative expressway that will seamlessly connect the provinces of North Luzon to the south. Spanning 8 kilometers, the NLEX Connector will serve as an alternate route to over 35,000 vehicles daily. It will support DPWH's Luzon Spine Network and other flagship projects of the government. It is being built with state-of-the-art technology and environment-friendly features which help lower carbon emission. The new elevated road is also expected to drive growth and commerce as it speeds up the delivery of goods and services around the metro. Since there is no truck ban on the expressway, the trucking and logistics sector will have 24/7 access. With the opening of the España section, travel time from Caloocan to Manila will now be just under 5 minutes. Thanks to this safer, faster, and more efficient route, students from the neighboring provinces will have more opportunities and access to the different colleges located around the university belt. The NLEX Connector lays the foundation for our economy to enhance our mobility, to strengthen our interconnectivity, and to create an enabling environment for sustainable and inclusive growth.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you very much to our Public Works and Highway Secretary, Manny Bonoan. Please take your seats. Our Transportation Secretary, Jimmy Bautista, and the other members. We also have the Department of Finance Secretary Ben Jokno here with us. Of course, our partner in this extremely important project, Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation Chairman, Manny V. Pangilinan. The North Luzon Expressway Corporation President, Luigi Bautista. My fellow workers in government, nandito ang ating mga representante ng LGU, and I see some of the local government officials from the other cities who have come to witness the opening of this extremely important connector. My fellow workers in government and clearly our partners in the private sector, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are witnessing the inauguration of another milestone of government projects in our national infrastructure agenda. So we are all extremely happy to be with you all to launch the newly constructed Caloocan España section of the NLEX connector. Together with the España Magsaysay section of this connector, which is targeted for completion in June this year, the Caloocan España section will finally connect NLEX with the SLEX. Gaano katagal na nating inaantay ito. It just made too much sense, and I think notwithstanding the pandemic, the MVPB group has still managed to work their way through to bring us to where we are today. This road project will form an integral part of the Luzon Spine Expressway network, which in turn is a component of the Philippine High Standard Highway network. Once completed, this connector shall provide another alternate route that will reduce travel time for our motorists. Nagtitinginan kami kanina nung sinabi Manila, Caloocan will be 5 minutes. Sa buong buhay natin, never pa natin nakita yung 5 minutes na galing Caloocan hanggang Maynila. Baka yung ating pangarap ay matupad na. The NLEX connector will also contribute to the ease of movement, cargo and goods from north to south and vice versa, especially those coming from the Port of Manila. It will provide great relief to the logistics sector, since there will be an alternative route for truckers who wish to avoid the congestion in the main roads within the metropolis. Ang tawag, this is referred to, I think, in other countries, these are the surface roads, kung tawagin. And so we will bypass all of those, and the traffic that we all know, that we all suffer through in Metro Manila, hindi na dadaan doon sa tinatawag nga na surface roads, and we will be using the bridge flyovers for us to transport goods and passengers, both to coming from the Port of Manila all the way to Caloocan. This is indeed another achievement, and undoubtedly will significantly improve the mobility of people, of goods, of services, not only within Metro Manila, but also within its environs. With the opening of this project, we sustain and accelerate the momentum started by the previous administration in terms of infra development. We will continue and complete these projects as efficiently as we can, crucial as they are in achieving our national development goals. Under the Build Better More program, we will continue to push for the interconnectivity of major roads and expressways, as well as build even more roads and bridges in strategic places within the archipelago. At this juncture, I extend my sincerest gratitude and congratulations to everyone, both in the private sector, both in the local government, and of course in the national government. To them, I say my congratulations for having made this all possible. Thank you to the NLEX Corporation, the Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation, for completing this part of this project. We certainly need to recognize as well your continued efforts in improving our country's infrastructure system, such as the proposals for the Candaba Viaduct renewal and expansion, the Traffic Mobility Program, and the Urban Ring Road. Remain please steadfast in your desire to assist and to collaborate with government in improving the infrastructure landscape of the country. I would also like to acknowledge the efforts of our officials and employees in the DOTR and the DPWH and all its attached agencies who have played a very important and crucial role in the success of this project. Let us keep up the good work. We have a ways to go, but we have made some good starts. We will let us continue our service to the public with integrity, with accountability, and with professionalism. It is true that synergy between the government and the private sector will always be a defining factor in the overall development of the country. So once again, I call upon the DOTR and the NLEX Corporation to work closely and effectively in accomplishing our noble objectives in improving the road infrastructure on this side of the country. Try very hard, as we all do, to stay within the target time frame. Although your success rate in this regard is exemplary, avoid unnecessarily delays and finish the project as scheduled so that the Filipino people will be able to reap the benefits as soon as possible. Ultimately, the positive effects of this project will speed up mobility and transactions, will spur economic productivity of the country. High-impact infrastructure improvements, visible and directly felt by our people, will be the credible proof that their government is indeed effectively and tirelessly working for them and applying what we have come to call the whole of government, whole of nation approach. So we will not stop here. We will continue to develop a highly interconnected road network that will facilitate our country's rapid, inclusive, and sustained economic growth. Once again, congratulations to all who have made this project possible. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat at magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your very insightful message.